This demo is how to set up a casual employee and pay them out their 8% as they go each pay time. First, we'll click on the Employees button on the left-hand icon panel. And there's my list of current employees. Over on the far right, I'm selecting the Add New Employee button. I'm not going to invite the employee to load their own details in. I'd rather do it myself, so I'm selecting No to the invite and Next at the bottom. Now I'm going to pop his name in, Luke Callan. Just put his email address in, and I'm just putting a sample IRD number. Next, I don't have a bank account for him, so I'm going to click Bypass Account. That lets me get past the screen and set him up and then add the account number in later. I'm going to select a start date and Next. Tax code. He's already filled in an IR330 for me, so I can put in the M tax code for him, and he's also declared that he's already contributing to KiwiSaver. So I'm going to select KiwiSaver as well and put in the contribution that he declared on his KS2 form, which I've got on my files. I'm selecting 3% contribution from the company. Now the next bit is the important bit, the leave. I turn on the leave and then click on leave to activate the settings. Right, now I'm going to select casual. The number of days I don't know as he is casual, so I'm going to put 0 because I can fill that in at pay time. The next bit's the important bit. I'm going to select automatically pay out leave each pay period. And the number of weeks holiday that we need to put in here is 4. There's 2 more things to fill in which aren't so relevant for him, but it's just a required field to fill in. So rate rule, I'm going to choose average rate for this and select the little round button here to put in his anniversary date. It may not be necessary to do this for him as he's casual, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't harm anything. At the bottom we select the rule for his primary payment. So I'm saying that the current rate we're going to give him is his primary payment. Any other rates we set up for him won't be his primary payment. They'll just be extra to that. Now I'm going to select Next at the bottom. The next step is to put in his pay rate. So I select the little plus button here and choose hourly for him. And I can change the title here if I want. So I'm just going to call it Casual Wages. I don't need to, but I just want to. It's taxable. The frequency is variable, of course. And I could choose that I want him to put his hours on a timesheet. If I did, I'd choose the template and select timesheet. But in this case, I'm going to put the hours in myself. So I'll select no for that. I don't know what hours he's going to work, so I'm going to put 0 in here. And his rate is $16.50, which is the new minimum rate. When I select OK, I now choose that the casual wages are his primary payment. And I click Finish. There he is. He's in my list of staff. So now I'm going to run a pay and set up the pay for him. Run a pay now, and I'm going to pop his wages in. So he had worked 35 hours over the last week, and that was 5 days. I'll select the preview button to have a look at his calculations, and I can see that the wages are in and the 8% holiday pay is showing as well. That's good. I'm just going to calculate the pay now for him and go to the finalized screen to have a look at the reports. When I go to the payments report, this gives me a little bit more information about Luke, and I can see that his wages are definitely loaded with the right number of hours and his 8% holiday pay has also been applied. So it's just another confirmation that his 8% holiday pay is in the system. Also, the summary report will let me see his 8% holiday pay here under other taxable payments. If I want to download a payslip to have a look at it, I can click on the detail here, select Luke, and over on the far right, click the download button for the payslip. When I open up the payslip, it shows me here that Luke's 35 hours have been applied, his rate is there, and his 8% holiday pay is also in. You can see from the bottom here that there is no leave gained at all, as he's been paid out as he goes.